Wait, what's happening?
What's fappening?
Happening? Really?
Fappening. Welcome to the Master Toons podcast. I said it right this week.
Yay!
Yeah, so I am your host, Jack Hayward, and we have our regular cast members, Sylvia.
Hi.
Curtis.
Hello.
Carson.
Hey.
And last, and probably least, George.
Hey!
Right.
And whoa.
Coming up on today's show, we're going to talk Korra, Steven Universe, the return of the show's Amazing World of Gumball and regular show, Lego Batman spin-off, Guardians of the Galaxy animated series footage, Mike Tyson mysteries, Tomorrowland, and many more, plus our movie of the week, Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Rare Rabbit. Where Rabbit, for fuck's sake. I've always got to say something wrong. So, what do you most want to talk about first? We'll go with TV series first. You want to do a regular show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so who's seen regular show, the first episode?
Nano.
Me.
I
quit regular show a long time ago.
I'll get something up for it.
So am I the only one that watched it then?
I watched
Pretty
it.
much.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about the show in general, because some of the, I don't know, one or two people here, I think, don't actually like it at the moment.
No, I lost my
still
interest a
haven't watched
long
it.
time ago.
Alright, okay. Well, Sylvia,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I lost my interest around season 3.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the show in
Understandable.
like a few years from now, but I've been trying to catch up on it. I think a couple of months ago I saw an episode and I liked it, but yeah, I've been interested in other shows as of late.
I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of it, and it's just not my thing.
For me, regular show just has ups and downs when it's good and not.
Yeah. Similar to Gumball, like Gumball seems to be very like hit or miss. Sometimes it's like good, and sometimes it's like cringeworthy. And I think that's the same with regular show.
Yeah. I do think series 5 they brought it back. Like,
Yeah, they definitely.
Series 5 was fantastic, and I think Series 6 hopefully is going to be a continuation of that.
Like
more, like not all the episodes, but some key episodes are more like emotionally driven.
Yeah. Like I saw some people on Master Toons Assembled, like saying that they hated the season 6 premiere. I thought it was good. Like
I'll tell you.
it looked amazing, but
Alright, so in case you didn't know, the plot of the episode is Mordecai, the little bluebird. He has a new girlfriend called CJ, and they have to go to Mordecai's parents' house to get these mixtapes. But Mordecai doesn't want to because he finds his mum embarrassing. And like she does, to be fair, she does really embarrassing. And like the motto of the episode is, get over yourself, laugh at yourself when there's embarrassing moments, blah blah blah. But I'll tell you what, I've been in Mordecai's situation a lot, and I do not agree with the message of this episode. I'll give you an example. Like the crux of the episode is his mum has like a montage tape of embarrassing moments, like him. I can't remember what he does. He he shits himself. He fucking runs into a wall and whatever.
like gets tangled up in like one of those like slip and slide things.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like if my mum kept showing that to people, I'd say no. You can't fucking.
Yeah,
do
that's
this.
a bit. I thought it was a bit too far. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at that bum as well. I mean, I liked it. Well, the message of it, I did not agree with.
I thought the message.
Yeah, I can understand.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like terrible. It was okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that mean it's alright to be like embarrassed? So.
Yeah, like his mom went a bit too far. I agree. Like this kind of like, yeah, I don't think any mom would do that. Well, maybe, but at that point, I'd be like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that noise.
Well, I mean, you could just do an overall opinion.
It was a very good episode, but I don't agree with the moral of the episode.
I think it was a subpar, well, pretty good way to start the season, I think.
I wish there was a compromise between letting yourself be laughed at and, you know, not making your son cringe until they melt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, okay, we're gonna move on. Let's talk. We'll go for another series that premiered this week. The Amazing World of Gumball.
Well, it didn't really
It didn't. It's been a while for a while.
It wasn't a new season, it was a new episode, though.
Go on, so did you like it?
Yes,
Yeah, it was good.
and yes, and so many yeses.
Cause
And George is gonna say hell no, of course.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't at all.
I mean,
I don't think it was like as good as Sylvia's saying, but it was good, like better than. It wasn't it wasn't bad.
alright, so what did you like about it, Sylvia?
I don't know. I think it was just the animation, how they just went from comedy to tragedy so fast. I mean, it was done so right. It was literally halfway in between each story, and I kind of like the transition from the comedy to just emotional mishap.
Alright, George, I can
Your
hear.
George kind of.
I can feel it coming.
Yep.
What? Alright, I'll go with Curtis first, and then we'll go to George. Curtis, why was it not quite as good as?
Well, no, it was good. Just like, you know how I said there's like good episodes of Gumball and there's bad episodes. It was definitely a good episode. It just wasn't like, I like regular show's episode better, I think. It was good though. It was like one of Gumball's like better episodes.
So why wasn't it as good as you thought? Like, what exactly? Can you pinpoint?
I don't know, like I guess some jokes were funny and sometimes they weren't, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, I can't really.
So it wasn't like quite as sharp. It wasn't quite.
No.
It wasn't quite on the Gumball as some of their episodes.
Well, they are planning on going darker, so that might be a factor.
What do you mean darker? Like his mum?
No, I mean
breaks
like
her legs.
it's doing like what Adventure Time did after season 1. It's like they're doing what Adventure Time did after season 1. They're gonna go to darker themes and backstories and stuff like that. That's what I heard.
Christopher Nolan does Gumball.
Alright, George.
I'd watch that.
George, why do you rate it so much?
It's simple and it's easily. I'm trying to find the right words for this.
It's not that simple, is it?
Let me just think for a second. I'm sorry to take up so much time.
Alright, I'll say something while you're, grinding.
Stewing.
Yeah, stewing. I've watched a little bit of Gumball, and I didn't dislike it. I just felt it was beneath me. Like, not in a rude way, but like, it does feel a bit, below my age group.
Sometimes it can feel like that, I agree.
And I know, like, me saying that, and I watch, Adventure Time.
Well, I'd say Adventure Time is more mature than Gumball.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
But
like,
then the innuendo,
Universe.
the innuendo on Gumball is adult, literally.
Oh yeah, there's
fruit porn.
funny, like when the banana Gumball
Joe.
walked in on him on the computer. that was hilarious. I laughed a lot at that.
Yeah, I mean,
That was one joke that I thought was really well.
like, I might give it another chance, but like it's kind of hypocritical for you to say, because I really like Steven Universe. Like, I think it just might be like the voice acting, and the fact that they seem to be like preschool or something.
What, in Gumball or?
Yeah, in Gumball.
That's middle school.
They seem really young.
No, they're 12-ish.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think the animation
I don't
of
mind
Gumball, like the whole series is like amazing though. Like just all the different animation styles is like really cool. Like
Yeah,
sometimes they have
especially
like
this
live action stuff and like
Especially this episode, the animation was beyond what
yeah,
they
it's just like
usually have.
it's just like every character is almost, well, not every character, but like there's so many different types of animation just like put into one. All the backgrounds are like, are they actual pictures? I think Like,
No, it's done in Flash animation.
yeah,
actually.
but I just think the animation is really good for the whole series.
Alright, George, have you collected your thoughts in a neat little
I think I have.
Alright,
I think I have.
Spit it out.
Let's hear it.
So,
I simply don't get the big deal of what made this episode so special because it's just a simple episode of the show that doesn't benefit anything. Sure, there are moments where it does show some decent character development, but it's too rushed, underdeveloped, and too short. It needed to be longer for it to work. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Sure, the animation was impressive at points, but that's the key word, at points, not the whole episode. The whole episode is typical Gumball. The show episode is typical Gumball, except for a couple of key moments that add to this overall series. Best of the series, my ass!
Wait.
Right.
Did you like make a script while we were talking? Like, it felt like I felt like you were like reading off something. No,
Yeah,
it just
it was a
seemed
it
little
like,
felt
like
rushed. What
dramatic.
can you do in 11 minutes? I mean,
yeah, well, yeah, you can't do much.
Adventure Time has the budget for that, and Gumball does not. So they had to do what they had to
Oh,
do
I
with
didn't
what
know
they
that.
had. Yeah, they
Amazing
got
World of
cut on.
Gumball. Check this out. Amazing World of Gumball is an Irish, British, American
No.
animated
Yeah.
series.
Mhm.
A little bit of the gold under the rainbow, and Watto, and I'm American. That's a shit accent.
That was horrible. Yeah.
That was,
It was terrible.
Look, my
Try
throat,
again.
my throat's
Try again.
still not great. All right. So, lest he be judged, if not be judged, the judge.
Okay.
wait.
But I
So,
was
So,
You brought up Adventure Time, but here's the key thing. Adventure Time suffers the exact same problem. Look at most of what their big story-invented episodes, most of them, if you look at that, are very short. But that you cannot get a lot of story out in 11
Yeah.
minutes.
what
I
episode
think
was
I
it
think they should
called?
increase the time to like a half hour because they can't really do a lot in just like
and
11 minutes.
Gumball hasn't had a 30-minute episode at all so far, and they don't have the budget for it.
Was it called
Can't
the
they
Yeah.
show?
just make 2 episodes and put them together?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't have the budget. Apparently, Cartoon Network cut their funds out after season 1, so they're like on
No,
their
but I
own.
mean, like, they're gonna have 2 11-minute segments anyhow, right? So why not just make like a 2-parter?
Well, that's Cartoon Network's a choice, really.
Oh, okay.
Wait, have any of you guys seen the episode The Finale?
Yes.
No.
No.
I thought that
I have
episode
not.
was so clever. Like, it was like I won't spoil it because it's really I think you need to watch it. But like the whole episode is just like a joke, and then once the it's really I think it's really clever. It was really fun, really funny. Anyways, just a suggestion for like a really good episode in my opinion for the series.
What's
Anyways.
it called?
The Finale.
It's the
Okay.
season 2 finale, literally.
Yeah, you don't need to watch anything else to catch up on it. Like I just watched it. I
Yeah,
usually just
now
watch
the
episodes
show's starting to
different.
be like more story driven.
Well, that's good. I like that.
Like the 2 episodes from now, it's gonna continue this Gumball Penny arc anyway. So it's starting to become more and more story oriented.
What the fuck is Penny?
His
the
girlfriend.
Yeah, but it's like
Gumball's.
it's,
No,
no, no, no.
antler
What,
used
what,
to
thing
be a-
that explodes into like a giant
Who?
shape-shifting emotion thing.
what is it?
It was a.
I
it
don't
was a. It's like a fairy,
I
shape-shifting
think-
fairy.
The best way to describe Penny is like this. Moose Peanut.
No, that used to be her. Now she's
No, I'm
just
saying
a
like I'm just saying like the basic form of her is a moose peanut.
Oh yeah, Moose, yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
But
at.
she's a shapeshifter, so and she
Why
flies
did
now.
why is her species like? Why does she even have that like shell? Anyways, like
No, that she mentioned after her father grounded her that the family had been hiding for years. So the whole
Oh.
family are shapeshifters, but they don't show it except her. The father
Oh, okay.
even went as far as calling her a monster.
so like are they like their own kind or are they like? Do they have more of
No.
them out there or we don't know?
Who knows? Only the family we know of.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we move on again?
Move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
that's not-
I guess.
Yeah.
Are you like cringing from this conversation?
Huh?
Oh, never mind.
Alright, so did anyone watch this week's Steven Universe?
Probably gonna have to mute my mic.
yeah.
There's spoilers here, so or mute my speakers.
Well, hi, did anyone actually watch it?
I saw it.
You saw it, Sylvia? Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Steven
Anyway,
Universe is an important show to talk about because because it's made by it's the first female creator or writer or whatever,
Okay.
For Cartoon Network, yeah.
and it's Cartoon Network. I mean, for me that seems fairly relevant. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems very relevant for me.
Wait, she left Adventure Time, right? Like,
Yeah,
the creator.
Yeah, she did.
she wrote like some of the best episodes.
Yeah, like, so, didn't she
Steven
write
Universe
some of the
is-
songs too?
It's fairly new, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
only I think there's like 20 episodes, so there's 10 minutes each.
Okay, yeah. So
11.
that's a good one, I
Who's
think,
counting?
because I can catch up on that pretty easily.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, like, it doesn't tend to blow you away. It's just like a
Mhm.
cute little show.
Hmm.
I just
There
find
are a
it
few
average.
blow you away episodes, but that's about it.
Yeah. Was that Curse?
I find it just like average. Like, it's not an amazing. Like, it's just, I don't know. I haven't really like laughed a lot during it. It's entertaining, but it's not really like. Funny.
I don't think
Like,
it's supposed
guess-
to be like a. I don't think it's supposed to be a comedy.
I
I don't
know.
know. I think-
it is a comedy. It just
It
it's,
is.
It's designed to make you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Mm.
Oh well, originally when I like started watching Adventure Time, I had to like get used to like the style of humor. But I guess I have to do that too with this show. I don't know.
Yeah. I just find it more dramatic than funny.
Yeah.
For me, I started watching the show around the peak of it. A few times I think I binge watched it before the latest episode on Wednesday, a couple of months ago during Wednesday. And I got used. I really like the show. I don't think it's I agree. I don't think it's very funny at times, but when it can be funny, I think it's very funny.
Yeah.
And the animation for me is gorgeous. I mean, I love the art style of the whole world, and
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the art direction it goes for. Like with some of the backgrounds, it's really beautiful considering for TV, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and the episode with what's that Fry mascot, Frybo or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That thing needs to.
Yeah, that did remind me of Aqua Teen.
Like I was just like, it just looks like
It did remind me.
what's his name, Master Shake, I think.
No.
Master Shake, that's the name.
No.
It just
It just reminded me of Nightmares. That's about it.
What one of them is actually like not crisps, chips. Like you call them fries, yeah. What's the show called? Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
Number one in the hood, see? Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, that guy. I can't remember what it's called.
What do you mean, that guy? Like, creator or?
No, the
voice
chip.
actor?
No, the one that's chips.
Frylock.
Frylock, yeah.
Oh, Frylock.
Frylock,
Yeah.
Master Shake, and Meatwad.
Yeah. That's a really good show. I need to finish watching that, actually.
It's okay.
But anyway, we digress. So, Steven Universe this week was called Space Race. I don't know why it was called Space Race because there was no race involved.
Is this like a heavy story episode, or can I like, or is it just?
No, it's like anything important. It's like introduced at the start of the episode, really.
Okay.
And it's just a little something you already guessed anyway. It's like so the gems are sort of like trapped on Earth because they can't use the warp pads to make them visit other planets. So and then Pearl gets homesick, as you will, of the gem's home world. So Steven and his dad sort of try and build a spaceship, and then the episode just kind of like goes from there and develops and stuff. I think with Steven Universe, the best episodes seem to be ones that are focused on Pearl and Steven.
I don't know.
Meh. That's just my response. Meh.
I just think when Pearl's sort of treated as like a side character, she becomes more one-dimensional and sort of screechy, which kind of turns people off. But when she's in her own element, Like, the voice acting really comes through. They let her sound like, you know, an actual person. And
Yeah.
she just has some really great moments. I don't know about what do you guys think?
Yes.
I think she can be kind of screechy, like you said.
Screech. She's just desperate. I don't think screechy is the word.
Desperate for what?
Didn't she say what she's desperate for in this last episode?
Is she desperate for a gem?
No. Did she just say what she wanted? To go back to the cosmos?
In this episode, she wasn't desperate. She just she kind of was wistful about it.
Desperate. She almost killed her and Steven up there.
Spoilers.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid spoilers there, Steve. Yes, thanks. No, not for my sake, but for Curtis's sake.
Meh, whatever. I'm probably gonna forget it anyways, unless you say it again right now, which I hope you don't.
Pearl stabs Steven in the fucking head. He cries blood. So yeah, I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was one of the better ones. Anyone want to corroborate on that?
Don't know anything about it because I didn't watch it.
Yep. Well, okay, we'll move on then.
Worst episode ever.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we should talk about Korra. Who's seen Korra?
Nope.
I did.
Not I.
What is it with this week? It's like, I've seen something, and
No,
one
it's like
other person has.
two people that have seen the show, and and then next topic we do like another 2 people have seen the show that we're talking about.
Guys, come on. Get it to fucking get it.
I'm
Falling
excited.
apart.
Yeah, I don't think this week's gonna be the best week, but don't worry, I'll edit it so it's all slick and sexy and lubed up.
Yummy.
Yeah, so it flows along like a river on a slip and slide. I don't know what that fucking meant.
So what else now?
Right, Korra. So I've
No.
seen it, Kara's seen it, you guys haven't seen it. All you need to know is it's really boring. Again.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole show is very boring to me anyway.
I mean, nothing really happens.
Yeah, and again, like, the show just misses a beat. Like, there's a moment where, so Korra's recovering, right?
Yeah.
And it shows how she's getting frustrated and everything and blah blah blah. And then, she sort of gets annoyed because she can't fight anymore.
Wow.
And then she sort of goes on like a little emotional trip. And then
Like she does.
yeah, and then that's how she ends up in the fighting arena. But there's nothing more to it than that, really.
You know what I didn't like?
Yeah, go.
Like, because at the end of the last episode, we see Korra in like the fighting ring, right?
Yeah.
And so like I had assumed that she had like been there for a while, like
Yeah,
fighting and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then in this episode, they're like, yeah, she just showed up for one fight, got her ass kicked, and then left.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been so cool to have her be like, you know, like amateur fighter in like, you know, this gross club. Like,
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it oddly reminds me of a Yu-Gi-Oh episode.
oh yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
Oh,
Because
God.
what happens is, one of the characters' brother, called Zane, like, he's like an amazing duelist. But then something bad happens to him, I think like he loses a duel or something. And then he just goes like ape shit, and then he ends up... It sounds really lame when I say it, but it is lame anyway. He does this thing called underground dueling, where like you get strapped up to this like electric set. So when you lose life points, you get zapped with electricity. It's done in the whole cage as well.
That's not lame. That's terrifying.
Yeah. So it kind of oddly reminds me of that in a way, and but that he was in underground for ages, and it changed his character.
Yeah.
This is Korra just shows up like, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, it could have been like, yeah, it could have like changed her character.
Yeah, like really.
Instead,
worn
she
her
just like
down.
shows up for a night.
Yeah, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. What I mean, like, it missed a beat rather. Like, there was no sense of grander design. Like, I'll explain. So part of the concept of this series, the last series, is how the Avatar fits into this new world of science and politics, and how like most people can kind of take care of themselves anyway. And so I thought that would be explored in this episode. Like, Korra learns how Kovira is rounding up all the splintered nations and everything in the Earth Kingdom and putting them all back together, and how Republic City is doing really well and blah blah blah, and how she would take that, saying they don't actually need me anymore, and that's part of the reason why she walks around, like trying to find a new purpose. But that wasn't it. It was just kept really simple, like, poor me, I can't fight anymore, and I take out other people, and that's it. It's not, and the sheer cheek of it being called Korra alone, Zuko alone, his character development in that one episode.
Oh, Zuko alone. Oh my god, that's
like
a perfect example.
He goes he soul searches and manages to become part of a village, and then they fuck him over. It's so great. And in this, Korra just mopes and drags her feet the whole episode.
Zuko alone, what made that episode so great is that most of the movie was spent on giving Zuko more of a deep backstory. Like, most of the episode was flashbacks of his childhood and why he's like this and why he's so scarred and why he wants to prove his father wrong. Here, I haven't seen it, but it just sounds like it's just moping and being a bitch. So, basically, an average Korra episode.
Yeah, she again, I'll give you an example. There's a bit where Katara is healing her and helping her heal, and she's doing a really good job. And then Korra gets frustrated that she can't take a step, and then she snaps at Katara really harshly. I thought afterwards she'd say, I'm really sorry, you're actually really helping me. But she doesn't say that. She said, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm just frustrated I can't walk. It's like, you selfish bitch. Yeah, this lady's like giving up a lot of time to help you.
Yeah, like 3 years of her life.
I'm really trying to contain some rage right now.
And you haven't even seen it.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go on a small tangent real quick?
No.
What about you, Jack?
As long as it's small.
I'll tell you what, if it's shit, I'll just edit it out. Okay. Go on.
You benign, selfish twat! This is the woman that has helped you out. This is one of the original characters, one of the best characters from the original series. Come on.
Oh, is this
Worst
about
timing ever. Worst timing ever.
No,
is this about Toph?
Anyway, Katara, she's a nice person. She's a really nice person. She's a motherly figure. Here, she's trying to help you, and you backlash her, and you don't even fucking apologize? Fuck you!
She does apologize for, like, not really, like, acknowledging her commitments to Korra. But anyway, I'll tell you what doesn't make any sense, because, sort of with spoilers, but not really, because the whole internet is talking about it.
Are you Toph?
Toph is at the end of the episode, and she's exactly where you would imagine her to be, in the swamp. But that doesn't make any sense to me, because when Aang saw Toph, it was more of a premonition rather than Toph belongs in the swamp. That's her element, right?
Yeah, the thing was that in the episode The Swamp was that it was the whole swamp was giving them hallucinations of things that were in their past and what they were going to meet. The guy even said that the swamp helps you see visions of who you're not going to see, but it...
Yeah.
And here, does that... So what you're saying is, it's Toph, this nice, sweet girl, kind of, because she's kind of she's a kid when she was in the series. You're telling me this nice girl who helped defeat the Fire Nation, with the help of the Avatar, goes into a rusty, crappy swamp for the rest of her life?
Well,
I mean, I can see. Yeah.
My main problem with it is Toph in the original series. Like, maybe she evolves and develops that we don't see. Yeah. But she has not been a spiritual person, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly. She's a more physical person. But done right, because you know why? She's not the Avatar!
Right. So,
you need a chill pill again?
I have plenty of water. It'll be fine.
But the key thing here is that even if she was a spiritual person, the way she sees is in the ground, right? So
Yeah.
why would she spend the rest of her life in a place surrounded by a body of water on the bottom, where she can't
Well,
see
actually-
because she can't use the? I mean, I'm just thinking
Actually-
like she can't sit on a tree and then see because her feet aren't touching the ground. And even if she's standing on a tree is not a part of the earth. You can't bend a tree if you're an earthbender. So I don't see how she'll be able to.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I was about to say, since like all of the trees are connected to one, it's all one giant tree and it's vegetated all over the place. Maybe that's how. But since that's not really earthbending, yeah, I can see why. So that means Toph went out into the middle of the swamp and went blind.
Well, maybe that's why she's there. She just can't find her way out.
Help! I've been in this fucking swamp for 20 years! I've been surviving with my own piss.
Here's my question though. Weren't there alligators in that swamp? Wouldn't she have died by then?
I think she would have.
Probably ate them.
Yeah. Alright.
Good alligator stew.
It wouldn't be an alligator, would it? Be like a pigeon alligator or something. This is
Maybe she
like...
ran into maybe she ran into a trumpet playing mentally retarded alligator.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, should we move on, chat?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Alright,
What else?
alright.
Oh, wait. What's up with that, like, glowing eye chain Korra?
Oh yeah, that wasn't really explained, was it?
And I don't know, like,
anything
did it
even
do something, or was it just there?
I mean, a part of me thinks it was just a hallucination. But it doesn't really add up, like they didn't explain it very well.
Yeah, and like the spirit thing saw it too, so is it like a spirit, or is that like the avatar spirit? Like,
No, Brava's good. Oh, I've got a little theory. Maybe, like all the energy of whatnot from her past life has collated into this, like, just this force of destruction.
maybe, yeah, because like its eyes are glowing like it's in the avatar state. So that could.
Because normally when you're in the avatar state and you can't control it, it's very destructive. I'm thinking about Aang.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, ignoring the fucking shit-ass film where he just, like, pushes the water on the, in Northern Water Tribe, and just pushes the ships away, that's shit. In the TV series, like, he merges with the spirit and goes fucking ape shit. So...
Oh yeah, like turning into that giant wall of like King Kong, but in water flings, destroying all the Fire Nation ships during the full moon.
Right, and like Aang's a very peaceful person, so it's not even part of his subconscious. That is something else driving him. So maybe it's that. Who knows? I mean,
You know, I like how you're more competent than the actual writers of this piece of shit show.
well, I mean, it's really hard writing something from a creative perspective because you don't know what it's going to be like when it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like they weren't expecting to get this far, so I feel like they're kind of grasping at straws to kind of find stuff to talk about.
Well, they knew they'll be getting a book 3 and a book 4.
That's true.
But I think you're right, mate. I think they are grasping at straws. All right, should we move on from this shit?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
All right, okay, George. This is just for you. Well, it's for everyone, really.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it?
We're gonna
Is what I think it is?
We're gonna talk about Mike Tyson mysteries. So yeah, Mike Tyson.
Oh, that
mysteries.
show, yeah.
Oh, I'm only joking. We'll talk about that afterwards. You want to talk about Tomorrowland, don't you?
Yes! 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 Yes!
What?
George, it's better to do it into a sock, mate.
What is that again?
If you haven't got a tissue handy.
What is that?
Oh, I got plenty of tissues and
I forget what that is. I think I've heard you guys discuss it.
Tomorrowland.
Right.
Tomorrowland is the live-action feature.
I know. This
All right.
project
Okay. So.
completely from beginning to end, I know this project. Everyone, be quiet, please, as I explain it to our viewers. Tomorrowland is new upcoming.
Hey, George, shut up.
Picture.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Carry on.
Tomorrowland is the upcoming feature for 2015, May 2015, directed by Brad Bird, written by Brad Bird and Damon Lindelof.
Slow your roll, buddy.
Okay. Tomorrowland is the upcoming feature film from Disney Picture Studios, scheduled for release in May 2015, May 22nd, 2015. Is directed by Brad Bird, who beforehand directed The Iron Giant, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and is being co-written along with Brad Bird, Damon Lindelof, who beforehand wrote Prometheus, World War Z, and the co-creator of Lost. Also, the movie stars George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, and a couple of others, and a chick from Under the Dome. The basic setup is that there's a special pin that allows you to transport into this futuristic safe haven or something. I don't know. The trailer didn't show that much. Anyway, there's a trailer out, and you have to watch it to see for yourself. The basic, it gives you enough to, and the trailer was perfect. You guys can continue.
Did you make like a prepared statement? Like, were you like anticipating this to happen? Like, are they gonna talk about it? Like, did you make like? Okay. just,
You rehearsed it.
Pretty much.
Dude, you sound like
you
you
like
want to
type it out or
like rip off your own fingernails, eat them. They're coming at me. Tomorrowland. So
You're a bit of a fanatic, aren't you?
Now that I've got that out of the way, let's discuss the trailer, if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
yeah.
Why don't you start?
I pulled a me.
I know.
The trailer,
Alright,
the trailer gives nothing away, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a teaser.
It's shit.
Well, I mean, as far as like the composition goes, I think it was really good. Just like, I don't know, it got me interested definitely.
The
And
pin is ludicrous. Like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I'm sure.
Technically, I think they said in an interview actually during the pictures that were released, Music Fanatic interviewed, I believe, Damon Lindelof, saying that the pin technically it gives off the illusion of transportation. So that technically means maybe it's like a futuristic kind of hologram-ish area. I don't know. We'll have to wait till they explain it in the actual film. But I'm very sure
she's still in like that DMV thing.
I think that might be the setup. Maybe it's like a quantum leap, like a small, like 1 second, kind of like an Inception kind of thing. Like 1 second is 10 minutes, and kind of that kind of setup. But I don't know. We'll have to wait till it's actually explained.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah, because like if she just kind of disappeared from the room, I feel like people would be like, "What the fuck just happened?" They wouldn't be just sit there minding their own business.
Exactly.
The pin is like, I'm sure they'll explain it, and Brad Bird's great, but so like when the police officer picked it up, did he not get teleported?
Well,
technically
okay,
he
so
didn't. Wait. Oh, go on, Carson.
I saw this quote from, I forget who, but it's someone involved in the movie. I don't think it was Brad Bird. I think it was like a writer or something, but what he said basically, what he said basically was like, Tomorrowland is to science what Hogwarts is to magic, and so like it's super easy for wizards to find, but it's not for muggles to find, so it's kind of like that.
But what capacity is that? So does that mean like Stephen Hawking can pick it up, but
I guess
Hillary Clinton can't?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Pretty much. Okay,
because they described Tomorrowland as a safe haven for like science people. I don't know.
Well, so you get there and they're just like 5 people with a circle playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, like
go away! I'm playing League of Legends.
Yeah.
Go on then, George. Go on then. Stop.
This is how you do a trailer made in Spider-Man 2. You don't give away that much of the plot. You give enough to be interested. You have an intriguing setup, interesting ideas, chilling music, and George Clooney. That's all you need. You need music, George Clooney, good setup, and everything. It's perfect. I don't care what anything you say. It's good.
I don't think it's perfect.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good teaser trailer. Like you said, it doesn't give anything away.
Well, it just throws this like concept without even like a hint of explanation. It's like, wow, okay, that's dumb.
Well, I mean, like,
I'll give you an example. So, it's supposed to be a
it
sci-fi
makes me
film.
ask questions, right?
Well, I'm asking questions. But if it's supposed to be sci-fi, why is it the first thing we see in this new world a wheat field? That's nothing really to do with science. No, I'm serious. It's like,
Maybe
if you're trying to sell me on a high science fiction concept, right? Why would the first thing I see in Tomorrowland, like in the teaser trailer this is anyway, just be a wheat field? Like, it doesn't sell me on this concept. It'd be like if you hop in the TARDIS and you teleport and it just takes you to Blackpool Beach. Like,
That's true.
Like, come on, it's all of time and space. Show me a little
Yeah.
bit, come on.
I mean, like, I feel like it would have been better if they had done, like, a Tron Legacy kind of feel.
What do you mean by that?
Because, like, in the teaser trailers for that, like, you have, like, this mysterious thing going on. Like, you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? And then, like, at the very end, like, you just kind of see this cool world.
Yeah.
Like, in this, it's just kind of like nothing happens, and then wheat field, and then George Clooney.
Well, what I meant by when I said with that perfect teaser is that it looks interesting because it's a different kind of concept. You don't really like if once you see if you saw it in the theater and you have no idea what it was, and you just like suddenly like Wheatfield and then Disney and then like you hear George Clooney narrating, wouldn't you be interested?
Well, I'm interested the moment when he was in that like console room and it's going like,
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
it's like, yeah, I'm looking for 10 more people for Ocean's 11. Yeah.
Ocean's 11, Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the teaser trailer goes, I mean, yeah, like didn't necessarily get me too excited, but like overall, I'm excited about this project.
Yeah. I'm obviously gonna watch it because it's Brad Bird. Brad Bird is is a very talented human being.
Oh yeah, exactly.
This teaser trailer didn't sell me.
But like
Well,
the
actually,
pin effect, I really liked. Like, I don't know why, but like it just interested me a lot. Like the moment she touches the pin, like her surroundings changed, and I don't know,
Yeah.
it was just very jarring, and like for some reason I liked that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see, won't we?
Actually, I think one of the more interesting things to talk about was actually there was one bit where they actually show you a bit of Tomorrowland. I actually got a screenshot of it. I can actually I can put up, if Carson, I can send it to you and you can put up the picture right here. As you can see, you guys can't see it right now, but I'll post it probably to you. The design of it looks a lot like William Joyce mixed in with some Brad Bird's elements. And as you can see from one bit in the trailer that you can obviously put in the description, you can see like for a split second you see this guy on a Rocketeer jetpack, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I liked that. I actually said that. I was like, whoa, is that the Rocketeer? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Pocket Man! But his dues.
That's a movie I want to see. I want to see a
What,
new
Elton
Rocketeer
John movie?
What? What?
Why should they make an Elton John movie?
No, I was joking. There is a Rocketeer movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I want to see a new one though.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
But yeah, actually they are making an Elton John movie. You know who's playing him?
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh yes! I'm wondering whether we are tackling the way.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Anyway, I think we should move on.
this plane! Benny and the Jets! Oh.
You guys brought up Tron Legacy, and now I'm just listening to the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Such a
You're
good soundtrack.
listening to us. What are you doing?
I'm still.
Anyway.
I have it soft enough that I can do both.
The Tron soundtrack is pimping, man. That's a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, seriously.
The movie was pretty subpar, but soundtrack.
I mean, I liked it.
I did too.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Shall we move on then, chaps?
Sure,
Nope.
sounds good to me.
Alright, so we've talked about Korra, Stevie Uni, Gummy Ball, Reg Show.
Reg.
Oh right, okay, so I kind of jokingly mentioned it in passing just to mess with old Georgie boy.
Ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, you're here in Britain.
Actually, because Sylvia is still AFK, I'll save it till afterwards because she wants to talk about it. So we'll talk about Mike Tyson Mysteries in one hot second. In the meantime, Ghostbusters reboot. So, in case you don't know, I'll get something about this.
Just make it quick, please.
There's some really strange noises coming from
Back in a minute. I'll be back in a second.
Alright, so we already knew there's going to be a Ghostbusters 3, right?
Well, I mean,
like the past couple of months, right?
there's been talks for years, but apparently now it's happening.
So yeah, now it's happening. The rumours have been confirmed. The new Ghostbusters movie will have an all-female cast of comedic actresses from the director of Bridesmaids, Paul
Feig, I think, yeah.
Isn't this different from the planned third movie? Like this is a separate thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's completely different.
Yeah.
For years, Dan Aykroyd has been trying to like weasel his way into a Ghostbusters 3, but now it seems that they've gone kind of a 180, given it to Paul Feig, the director of Bridesmaids, and he's gonna Paul Feig it up.
I hope he doesn't Feig it up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dan Aykroyd is just batshit insane now, isn't he?
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
he believes
he started making vodka, and it just, I don't know.
I think that's what fucked him up, to be honest.
Yeah, he tried a little too good.
Because like he believes in the whole lizard men, aliens abducting people.
Yeah, I mean, he made Coneheads.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where it.
Like one crazy thing he said, he wanted to turn Ghostbusters into what Marvel was doing.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you on?
He's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. He's been trying to like make this Ghostbusters thing happen for so long, and it just got sad. Like, like ridiculous. So he kept coming out and saying like, "Oh yeah, we're working on a script. We're like getting the guys back together. Bill Murray's being a douchebag, but like we're gonna do it." And it just got really sad.
Dan, I have a little message for you, and Paul Feig as well. If you're listening to this, you can just say no to the idea of doing it.
See, I'm not too bothered about it. I mean, I said this on the Master of Who. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why is that so difficult for you to say?
Because I'm a cunt. Right. On the Master Toons assembled group on Facebook, I mean, I'm not really bothered with it. I love the original film, but I'm not a massive fan of the franchise or anything.
Yeah.
So this sort of reboot, continuation, where the fuck it is, I'm optimistic. I mean, the director done some really great stuff. I really like Bridesmaids. Yeah. I thought that was great.
Oh yeah.
Emma Stone.
I thought that was pretty good.
Emma Stone's a good person, actor, whatever. I'm not so sure about Melissa McCarthy because she
does the same thing every time.
Yeah, I mean, she was really funny, but it's just getting a bit repetitive now.
Yeah.
They cast Melissa McCarthy in this possible steaming pile of trash. I will. I repeat.
She's definitely gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Like,
yeah.
Like it's pretty. Like there's a good chance that she's gonna be in it, and there's a good chance she's gonna be like the lead, air quotes, like in the same way that like Bill Murray was the lead of the first two.
Right. So I know what George you're gonna say, and let you have a little talk, but I think you're just gonna imagine it as a novelty. Is that how you see it?
No, not exactly, because that's not my problem with this.
What is your problem, mate?
My problem with it is that what's the point? I mean, I get it.
The point is to make money.
I get it, Dan. You've been wanting to make this project since the early 90s.
But Dan Aykroyd isn't even going to be a part of it now. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they've taken it away from.
Like, what's the point if you don't have any of the original actors? One of the original writers and cast members died this year. And
Because it's a reboot though.
well, I get
So
it.
they don't have to be involved at all.
Is it actually a reboot though, or is it?
Yeah, it's a reboot. with
Well,
all
well,
the-
it's not confirmed. I mean, personally, I would like it. I think, incidentally,
Well-
Dan Aykroyd speculates about the idea, but you come back to Ghostbusters, and like you just have the Ghostbusters really old and decrepit and useless.
Well,
And
no,
it kinda gets, like,
I saw
started
a
up again.
quote from Paul Feig, and he was like, "No, what we're gonna do is like completely reboot it. None of the events of the first two movies or the video game have happened.
Which
There
begs
have
the
there have been
question.
talks of ghosts in the world, but like nothing big has happened. And then all of a sudden, the Ghostbusters come about, and they start busting ghosts." Because basically what he said was like, he found it too hard to try to come up with like a story set in a universe where like this big ghost attack has already happened twice. So he just decided to kind of start it again.
Here's the thing, though. Another thing to why this project shouldn't happen as well. We've already gotten Ghostbusters free with the video game. The video game is pretty much Ghostbusters free.
Yeah, but this
We're
isn't
satisfied.
Ghostbusters. This is like the new Ghostbusters.
Well, I'm saying, like, still, like, what's the point? I mean, yeah, okay, I admit, there are some good reboots out there. There have been some. Sorry.
I think your brother is just annoyed at this reboot.
Ah, it's fine. Trust me, I don't blame him. Oh crap! I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
You were talking about how
Um,
you once pissed yourself.
Personally, like, I'm really excited for this.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing with me. I want to be excited for this because one, I loved.
No Ghostbusters reboot! No Ghostbusters reboot!
Sorry about that, people. Anyway, I should be excited because one, I loved Bridesmaids. I considered that one of the best movies of 2011. Two, I think this has a lot of potential. Like, they could get some really good. There's a lot of great female comedians out there, and a lot of great female actors as well. But I think it would be. I don't know. It's just I want to be optimistic about this idea, but just with all this
Okay.
fucking.
Okay, here, so take this, okay? So imagine we live in a world where Ghostbusters 1, 2, and all the other Ghostbusters stuff doesn't exist. Like, there is no Ghostbusters franchise.
Yeah.
And they decide to make an original movie directed by Paul Feig and an all-female cast in which they bust ghosts. What do you think?
I
Depends on
think.
the. I think it depends on who the main leads are. Like, if they got like some of my favorite female actresses, like Amy Poehler, Emma Stone, probably. I think she would fit in. Jennifer Lawrence, like people like that who can prove that they can act really well and be really funny. I would have been down for it.
I think I would be. What the fuck is this? But at the same time, intrigued. So
Yeah.
I think it's a really
Fine.
interesting looking way of looking at it, Carson. Yeah.
I mean, just because to me, I'm looking at this as like a new movie as opposed to like a continuation or anything like that. Because, like, to me, this is like the Batman Begins of the Ghostbusters universe. Like, because let's be honest, Ghostbusters 2 was pretty shitty.
I didn't
And
think
so,
it was
like,
that
this is-
bad.
This could be like a new beginning for Ghostbusters as a franchise.
Guys, I've got some.
You know what?
I've got some breaking news.
What?
They've redesigned Bob the Builder.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
This is
Oh.
That
literally.
thing, yeah.
This is literally just in as we're finishing talking
No,
about
it's
this.
not. I saw it like 2 days ago.
shut
So
your
you're late.
mouth.
Well,
So you're late.
you're ahead of me in time.
No kidding.
Right, so Bob the Builder is getting a CGI redesign. It looks fucking horrible. It looks like a fucking 12-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't he not look atrocious?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say atrocious. It's just like, why? Bob the Builder had like such a unique look,
Yeah.
and they've just gone like 180 on it.
He just looks. Ugh.
I don't think he looks bad per se,
Oh, yes,
but just like it's such a departure.
Oh
Like,
God.
I don't get it. You know what I'm
I
Yeah.
don't like that he has a neck.
saying?
Why is
Yeah,
he's got his sleeves rolled up?
and like,
Oh,
But he must have gotten hot.
And he's got skinny jeans.
yeah, like he's not as round.
He's like hipster builder.
Yeah, fit.
Look at him. He looks like a child.
And he has less tools apparently. Or is that
Oh,
my?
yeah.
Yeah.
God, that looks
I
terrible.
bet he's got a fucking iPhone.
And where the hell
as
did
well.
the watch come from?
Another thing also, it looks terrible. Not just the design, but the whole CG look of it. It looks 10 years old.
There are more designs on the bottom of the page.
Is there?
Yeah.
Wait, what's
go
this
with-
about?
Oh God.
Bob the
Go
I mean,
with
Builder's
does
the-
like
it
a
really look that
pedophile.
horrible though? Not really. I mean, as far as the CGI goes, it looks fine to me. It's just the fact that like it's such a departure from the original design.
It's,
Oh,
just,
yeah.
it's just unnecessary. It's like there's this whole
Yeah.
reboot culture going around. That
Yeah.
I don't mind that if we want to reboot something, because Bob the Builder's been going for ages. So
Yeah.
If,
Oh yeah.
if you want to get with the times, I understand.
Like what's next? They're gonna remake Brum?
Oh, don't do that, because Brum went down.
No.
They did reboot Brum and it was shite.
And Brum
Um,
gives nightmares.
Yeah, I
anyway.
just don't understand. Like they could have easily like copied the style just in CGI. Like I
Right,
just don't
right.
understand why they changed it.
It's not. It wasn't in CGI already. It was like the late '90s. By then they were using it.
No, I'm pretty sure it was stop motion.
The whole show is
Oh, okay.
from stop motion. From what I remember,
Oh,
I
and
used to
I
watch
don't-
the show all the time as a kid.
Yeah, me too. I didn't care. I just wanted to see Bob.
And they're getting rid of the voice actor.
Sorry.
They're getting rid of Neil Morrissey.
Oh yeah, they did.
So I know he's gonna have a really annoying, whiny little voice. Come on, everybody, let's dig up our own graves. Yay!
Let's dig
You know
the
what
franchise
cartoon-
grave. Yay!
You know what like
Yeah.
preschool cartoon I really like? You want to guess?
Is it
Dora?
is it animated?
Yeah.
Dora?
Yeah, is it
No.
Dora?
No.
Ni Hao Kai Lan?
No.
Baby Muppet.
No.
I give up. What is it?
You give up?
Yeah.
Handy Manny.
What the hell?
Oh, Handy
that.
Manny! I don't remember that.
You ever see that?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I watched it a lot. Actually, when I was
I
like,
just love it. I
And-
think it's so funny and
Oh, yeah.
charming. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
know.
won't watch it alone, but like when I watch it with my small relatives, I enjoy it.
Is that are those washing
Yeah,
up
exactly.
gloves?
Sorry?
Are those washing up gloves? What is
What?
hand? Like are
washing
they
up.
Yeah.
What are you
I don't
talking
know.
Look at my screen, mate.
about? Looking at it?
Yeah, it's washing up gloves.
Washing up.
What are you
I don't
talking
think
about?
gloves.
Do you not know what a washing up glove is?
No.
What?
It's a
No.
glove you wear to wash up with.
Okay.
Have you never heard of that concept?
No.
Let's use Bob the Builder on
Whoa!
screen.
Well, are you fucking with me? Look,
No,
No.
I only see Bob the Builder.
no, a washing up glove.
What?
I don't. I
All I
really
see
don't
is
see
I'm
it.
saying, look at
I only.
look at his glove.
I only see Bob
What
the Builder.
glow?
I see Bob the Builder, that's it.
I just see Bob.
Why do you see Bob the Builder?
I
I
see no gloves.
No, it's just Bob.
I don't.
Can we please move on to
Is
something
it,
else?
is it fixed?
No, it's still Bob
Nope.
the Builder.
Bob.
What?
Bobby.
Nothing but Bob.
Oh, I see.
All Bob all the time.
Guys, I fucked up which screen share I was sharing.
Oh,
Alright, okay, pretend I don't say anything.
Okay.
Pretend. Just pretend.
Oh wait, I think it's going to watch.
Yeah,
it.
no, it is.
Just
Oh,
pretend.
Oh, those gloves.
Just pretend. Hold
Those are
on.
called watching.
Shh, keep up the illusion. Alright, so we're talking about Handy Mandy Carson, weren't we? So look,
Handy
at,
Manny, yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant.
look at his glove.
I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about Bob the Builder or something.
We were. Right.
oh.
So
I
his
remember,
glove.
yeah.
I think I was too old for Handy Man.
And that's a washing up glove.
Yeah, well, I think
Ah.
they're supposed to be work gloves more.
Yeah.
So Carson, you know what a washing up glove is, don't you?
Yeah, I got you.
Like, you
The
already
rubber
knew
glove.
what one was. You didn't just learn from me.
I didn't know they were called washing up gloves.
What do you call
Yeah,
them?
we call them just.
Oh,
like,
you mean
rubber
rubber gloves?
Yeah, rubber
Rubber
gloves. There we go.
Yeah, but that's so.
When did we?
Oh, no,
Yeah, but what you say it has too many extra syllables. It's just rubber
Called a
glove.
rubber glove.
yeah, but a rubber glove could be anything.
When did we stop talking about Bob the Builder and we started talking about rubber gloves?
No,
That's
no,
my
no,
question
like
about all
So let's
this.
stop talking about
Rubber gloves,
about-
the same crap. See,
That's a rubber
less
glove.
syllables.
Well, those are like surgical gloves.
Let's stop
Yeah,
talking about
exactly. It's not
gloves
a
now.
washing
Can we
up.
please move on?
It's not a
the
washing
gloves podcast, everyone.
You're offending my.
Welcome to the Master Gloves podcast. I'm your host, George Bowden.
Master
Along
Gloves.
with me,
You're offending
Stop.
my culture now. My British culture.
sorry.
It's a rubber glove.
All right, so I'm a twatmongerer, whatever.
But yeah. To be honest,
Alright,
I think Handy Manny is a far superior show.
Oh yeah.
I never watched it. I'll take your word for it.
In comparison to Bob the
I
Builder.
mean, it's pretty creepy that all his like tools have eyes and.
He's also Spanish, well Mexican.
Hola, I call Pixoridieta.
Yeah, actually he's voiced. I forget what his name is, but he's voiced by the guy who plays Fez on that 70s show.
I have never watched that.
Yeah, I heard they didn't really show it in Britain too much, but they like tried to make a British adaptation.
Well, I wasn't born in the 70s either, so.
No, it was made in like the 90s, 2000s.
The show
but
actually.
called that.
The show
70s
came out
show.
around.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I
that
fired.
It's got Ashton Kutcher in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Mike Tyson's Mysteries.
Oh yeah, Mike Tyson missed.
So, in case you don't know, Adult Swim is going to do a new TV series called Mike Tyson's Mysteries. And it's sort of like a parody of Scooby-Doo, but with Mike Tyson. And the tone seems to be,
Scooby-Doo.
you know, like...
for
'cause of-
adults.
Kind of like classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Scooby-Doo, Space Ghost, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the humor's like very conversational sort of style, very relaxed.
Yeah.
What are we all excited?
Yes. I like
I'm
the pigeon
intrigued.
already.
I'm actually
Pigeon,
so
I like.
excited.
It looks decent. I mean, it looks a little bit generic from the humor thing.
Yeah,
I mean, wasn't Scooby-Doo generic with the humor too?
I just love how stupid Mike Tyson is.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me so happy.
Plus, I think the title is like the greatest title in the history of titles ever. I mean, how often are you going to be saying the words Mike Tyson Mysteries?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
I don't know, it's just so strange and unusual.
Yeah, I can't say I'm really excited for the project, but I am intrigued to see what they're going to be doing with this. Like,
I wonder.
I mean, I feel like eventually,
like I really,
and very quickly, most likely, the novelty will wear off. But,
Yeah.
like, I think you could
Yeah.
get, like, a good season out of it.
yeah,
I am going to throw you a curveball here. This is not my opinion. I'm just like trying to, make you think about it a different way. Because like, I think when Mike Tyson was first used in like Hangover, it started being used quite comedically, right? More The Simpsons with that character that was like a parody of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So he sort of became like a bit of a joke, right? But
Yeah.
I think people tend to forget that he's actually, well, I don't know about now, but before he used to not be a very nice man. He was disqualified for biting someone's ear in a boxing match.
Yeah.
Assault.
ow.
He was convicted. He was convicted for rape for 6 years, but only did 3.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Christ.
I link you to stuff. I mean, I think there's a
They're
really
giving this guy a mystery show?
well. This is the issue. I mean, like he's done his time. He's been in jail. He seems to have repented and said sorry and everything.
Mhm.
But does he deserve to be treated so lightheartedly after he's done all this stuff? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I guess it.
Decent amount of
That's,
time for it allowed
it's,
to pass.
I don't know.
I mean, I never even knew he
yeah.
had that.
All right, we'll go around. So, Sylvia, you were saying?
No, I never even knew he had a rape conviction, for crying out loud.
I think that's all your reactions, isn't it?
Yeah, never knew.
Does this change your perception of the show?
Nope,
Okay.
not at all.
Carson?
I mean, if they gave him a chance, they must have believed in him. If they hadn't, they wouldn't have given it to him.
I mean, I don't know. I try to separate, for the most part, like actors, like on-screen stuff, and their personal life. Like,
Right.
you know, we can all agree that like Mel Gibson is a pretty not cool person. But, like, I'll still go see his movies, but I kind of draw the line with like sexual assault and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'm.
It's a really interesting issue. I'll give you another example. So you know this whole business with Chris Brown. It's a bit old now.
Yeah.
But you know, Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna. And like, if you knew that and you still bought his records, are you just buying it because you like him, or are you actually supporting his continued presence in the music industry when really he should be?
Yeah, I refuse to support Chris Brown in any way. Like, I don't buy any of his music. I don't watch his YouTube videos.
I mean, the difference here is that this was 10 or so years ago,
Yeah.
and he has been in jail and supposedly repented. So it's not like that he's walks free in it or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to sit on that one.
I mean, it sort of makes you know, stuff like this, his TV series, a bit bitter in a way.
Yeah.
TV series, who?
The Mike Tyson mysteries.
Oh, I thought you talked about Chris Brown. I was about to say.
George,
Yeah, like, I just don't understand.
Chris Brown.
Like, I mean, Chris Brown is a little easier to avoid, I think. But yeah, like, Mike Tyson is in a lot of stuff now, so I don't know, man.
George, what do you think?
You got me thinking.
I think it all depends on time. Like, how long was this actually?
When was it done?
Yeah.
The 90s?
Oh, well, I don't know. It's still.
In my head, it's just like, imagine being like that girl and seeing him everywhere now.
Yeah. Even if he has been in jail, which he's only been in jail for 3 years when he was convicted for rape. I mean, I'm in that camp. Like, if you rape someone, depending on the situation and context, you should do a lot of time and get counselling. Like, I don't know. I think treat it very seriously. I mean, like, there's some people that's put in jail for like tax evasion and stuff like that, and they get 10 years. You know, like torrenting is like a ridiculous amount of time, and then this like rape is like 3 years will be enough. It's like I'm sorry for bringing down the podcast to real world
it's fine,
shit,
but it's relevant. But oh god,
it's very difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like rape is such like a serious issue. Like, it makes it hard.
So that's food for thought, really.
Man, this really got depressing fast.
Well, I don't think it's depressing. I mean, I think it's just kind of you know.
I mean, another take on this is like, what's the point in having a rehabilitation system if afterwards they can't carry on with their lives in a way?
That's also true.
So, like, what's the point of having a jail time? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, he had, at least to my knowledge, like, he's been good since he's gotten help. Which is good for him. Like, people deserve a second chance, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. That's just like the worst thing, like, aside from murder, like, that's kind of the worst thing you can do to somebody.
Well, I can think of worse things, mate. I mean, I think it's just what I watch. That's a joke, by the way. I'm not just snuff or anything like that. So yeah, it's a very interesting issue, and I think everyone's gonna have their own opinions on it. All right, so shall we move on then?
Yeah, we should move on.
Yes.
All right.
What about something a bit kind of happier, like the Lego Movie spin-off that's apparently happening?
That's
Wait,
great.
what?
That's great.
Spin-off. What?
So in case you didn't know, there's.
Yeah.
So you know Batman was in the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
So he's getting his own spin-off, and it's the same character.
Oh, what is it? Gonna be Lego Batman the movie?
Basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
My. No, I don't think they should do that, but okay.
I mean, they've actually already done it before. There's already a Lego Batman movie.
No, but in the same style
yeah.
as the Lego movie.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
I think it'll be fantastic.
Okay, but
I
like,
think it
what
has
are you
potential.
expecting from the movie, though?
More of so you know like how he was in the Lego Movie, where like it's sort of serious but funny because he takes himself so seriously, but
Yeah.
he still does
Yeah.
some cool shit.
Yeah.
I want it to be like that in the movie. So like
Okay.
to like really funny jokes, a bit of self-parody but not too much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some really cool moments. And
Do you want to
Oh,
like
yeah.
set like what do you think the setting is going to be like? Just like
Oh,
the
no.
Gotham universe, or like other?
I think maybe keep it as Gotham and then maybe incorporate some like more high concept elements, but
Hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like at face
I'm more
value.
excited for the Ninjago spin-off, to be honest.
we'll get to
Like-
that in a sec.
Because
Okay.
like at face value, like, oh yeah, they're gonna do a spin-off of the Lego Movie. I'm automatically excited, and then they say it's
Yeah.
Will Arnett as Batman, and I'm like, okay, that's even better. But then when I start thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know if it's gonna work the same way having
Well,
just a Batman movie. Like, are they gonna
Yeah.
make it just like a comedic like Batman movie, or are they gonna make like a movie with Batman in it? You know what I'm saying?
I
Not like the
understand.
Adam
I mean, that would actually be pretty interesting. Like they do like a classic kind of like campy like parody of like the old '60s Batman's kind of thing. Maybe I don't know.
Don't do that. That'd be shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like 'cause
probably.
I can see them like making Batman jokes, but I don't know if I can
Yeah.
see that for a whole like hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
I can actually really see it. As long as it's well done, like the Lego Movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Like
I mean, like-
Chris McKay. You're saying Carson?
I feel like it's just a question of whether it's going to be a good movie versus a great movie, not like I don't think it'll be a bad movie. I'm just, you know,
Yeah.
I'm having like personally I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around it. But I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll end up being good, like smarter men
Well, yeah,
than
but I
me
mean,
are
with
working on
Chris
this
McKay.
movie.
Yeah, I mean, with Chris McKay, who was one of the people who helped, one of the directors who helped handle the animation on the Lego Movie, and he's
Yeah.
also going to be handling the sequel. I think this project is in good hands. It's just a question of what's the story going to be, and are they going to be doing with this?
Exactly. I don't know. I think they could go a lot of good places with it. I'm just interested,
Yeah, I mean-
just a little hesitant maybe to see where they do take it.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll talk about the Ninja Movie a little bit.
Oh yeah, the Ninjago, which was announced months ago.
Oh my god.
We did.
Yeah. It was,
Okay, guys, you really got to stop touching yourselves when you do the podcast.
what are you talking about? I'm not touching anything.
Like George Shirley, you're like, and Sylvia just now was like, yeah.
No, because then he mentioned that it was months ago since the news, and I remembered.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we could just not talk about it. Like if it's old news, if it's old hat.
Also, I just saw they're making like Lego Batman 3, right?
Yeah. The
Well,
game.
yeah, with Duck Dodgers.
Yeah, and the Duck Dodger, you know the
Yeah.
Duck Dodgers episode where he
That
becomes
episode
Green
was
Lantern?
hilarious. I want him to fuck up the anthem again in the game.
You guys know what we're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, well, they're putting that character in the game.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I want him to mess up the anthem again, like in the show.
Yeah,
That'll be
and
nice.
I think they're gonna have a Kevin Smith Lego person as well,
That would be sick.
which is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, shaping up to be a pretty good game.
Alright.
I don't even have the other two. I might just get this one for Daffy.
Right? Anyhow, moving on.
Alright, shall we talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy universe thing?
I think so, yeah.
And then go on to movie of the week, unless there's anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon footage that was shown off.
Do we want to talk about the ninja thing? I mean,
Yeah, because I have some interesting words to talk about that.
The Ninjago, yeah.
Alright, let's talk about Ninjago since it's relevant, and then we'll move on to
Barely
Guardians of the Galaxy and then the movie. So, what's this ninja shit? Post me some links.
Ninjago is like it's a show based on a Lego line of toys where there's these 4 ninjas that try to fight off. It's pretty much like a ninja show, but I personally think it's done much better, and it's one of the better Lego shows out of any of them.
They some of the figures actually showed up in the Lego movie. So
Oh yeah, it was Green Ninja. It was Lloyd in the cartoon.
Yeah.
I've seen the cartoon. I've seen most of seasons 1 and 2. Well,
Yeah,
season 1 was like,
next season's coming next year, so yeah, it's still.
Oh, nice.
Is it a
My
comedy?
brother watches it.
No,
He
it's
enjoys
kind of a
Yeah.
comedy, but it's more story driven. It actually gets emotional at some point.
Yeah, you've got the token female, and there's no black guy. They're all yellow, and not in a racist way.
Technically, that's not really racist in the comments. Oh, yellow and not white.
Well, that guy's Asian.
Well, that was-
That guy's Asian and he's yellow.
So it's Mighty Morphin
Legos
Power
are yellow,
Rangers.
right? Legos are yellow.
But my
I would like to see
question
this movie.
would be, is the Ninjago movie gonna be canon with the TV series, or is it gonna be separate?
I think it's supposed to be separate.
Okay.
It's supposed to be by Lord and Chris, so let's see.
Well, it's supposedly that the original creators are going to be heavily involved in it, seeing how they also wrote the story for the Lego Movie, also produced it as well. Lord and Miller this time are producing this, and I think they're possibly writing and directing, but I'm not sure. Actually, I believe the director was one that I forget his name and I forget what he's done, but I think he's a newcomer to the genre. But I think
is it Charlie Bean? I'm just saying, is it Charlie Bean, the director?
Oh,
I
think
so.
I remember that name. Yes.
He's directing the Ninjago movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is. I remember seeing that name.
I don't know where
Let
else.
me look up. Let me look him up.
Let
me look up the movie itself.
Oh, I just have a thought.
Oh, don't stress yourself, man. You'll hurt your brain.
For the Batman movie,
Hmm.
what if they brought in Superman and the Green Lantern and stuff, and Wonder Woman, because they were in the Lego movie, right?
Yeah, I mean
They were minor
yeah.
actors.
they were in the actual Lego Batman movie, the straight to DVD one.
Oh yeah, because I feel like
in a
I
very
feel like if you have that dynamic of I think my worry was that it would just be Batman hanging around Gotham.
No,
But, if he has people to play off of, I think it would work.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of the Joker
Alright,
and Robin and
Mhm.
everything.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I just
And
looked up
bring in
Charlie
Aquaman, I think that would be cool. They just keep making
yeah.
fun of Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman is awesome.
Well, I think.
Anyway, I just looked up. I looked up Charlie Bean, and apparently he directed a lot of episodes of the shows Tron Legacy and Robot Boy, and was also an art department on Robot Boy, Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls movie, Cow and Chick. He's basically an old Cartoon Network artist.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so let's just do twats of
Guardians.
Twats of the Badge, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Universe. Alright, so originally it was announced and then cancelled, and now it's being redone.
Put back.
Yeah, so we're actually going to get a Guardians of the Galaxy TV series, cartoon. Is it a Disney Marvel business.
Yeah.
It's Disney Marvel, and it's possibly going to be canon with the rest of the Marvel animated universe. Which, if you don't know, is a series involving Avengers Assembled and the ass wipes of cancer animation known as Ultimate Spider-Man.
So, what are your thoughts for that, Carson?
Well, I saw the trailer, and I really liked the animation. It looked pretty good. It kind of, like, it reminded me of Tron Uprising. That's
it does.
I'm just gonna watch it now. I'm gonna watch it now very quick.
It reminded me a little bit of. It reminded me a little bit of Tron Uprising, and I don't know. It looked cool. Also, and on the point of it being in like the shared universe, I don't really think that matters too much because like they'll be doing their own thing in space. Like they're not going to be interacting with the other people too much anyhow. So.
That is true, but I know this universe. I know these fucking writers. They'll find a way. They'll find a way to get Spider-Man, Hulk, or Iron Man somehow into like this Gamma Quadrant or where the fuck they are. I know it because Man of Action hates us. He does.
Oh,
man. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like having like one character in there with them wouldn't be horrible. Like bring in Tony Stark. Or even Spider-Man for like an episode, and it could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest problem is I haven't seen the footage. I'm about to, but that I really the other Marvel cartoons with Disney, they just seem to, especially Ultimate Spider-Man, they just seem to reach for greatness, and then just have like diabetes at the last minute. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I've seen a couple episodes of Ultimate Spider-Man. It's not for me, but I've seen a couple episodes of Avengers Assembled, and it seems alright. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it.
Every time you see like a flicker of potential, and you think it's really gonna go for it now, it just doesn't. It's just lazy, and I'm not saying people with diabetes is lazy. I just meant like
way irritating, annoying, and insulting, and makes you want to kill people. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Another thing though, like how is the animation compatible? Because like they're completely different styles. Like, what does it look like when they show up in each other's shows?
Well, that'd be interesting.
Because, like, Ultimate Spider-Man looks completely different from Avengers Assembled, which looks completely different from the Guardians of the Galaxy footage. Like, Agents of Smash and Assembled
most likely
the
anime, because it's mainly due that the answer for as to why they look different is simply if you look carefully at the credits, even though you don't see it that much, the anime each show is actually done by a different animation studio. So
but my question is like, that's fine, but like, what does it look like when they get together? Because they're in the same universe, right?
They do get together, even if they're in the same universe. It's gonna be a question as to which studio is gonna tackle that that particular crossover. So it's just a question of which studio is gonna pick the tab.
So like they'll kind of change into that style rather than like keeping their own, is what you're saying?
It's kind of like it's more like I don't know what studio was responsible for the Family Guy Simpsons crossover. But whoever did that, even though they maintained the character designs for the Simpsons, most likely that whichever studio that Disney picked to do the crossovers, that studio will be doing the design. So, in other words, if we see the Guardians of the Galaxy appearing in the Spider-Man, in the Ultimate Spider-Man series, whatever studio was working with Ultimate Spider-Man will be doing the designs for the Guardians of the Galaxy characters.
So they'll adapt it.
So they'll. More recently, I know you guys don't watch Discourse Avengers, which is the Marvel animated series showing in Japan. They recently did brought out the Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool to their roster, and it's done by Toei Philippines, which is the same animation studio behind the Dragon Ball series.
Yeah.
So they pretty much did all the animation there. So all the characters remain the same, with the same character designs. If you ever, another good example is I don't know if you're familiar that there are actually two different studios doing the animation for both Avatar, A Legend of Aang, and Legend of Korra, namely Studio Mir and Studio Piero. So you can easily see the difference in the character designs from these two studios. So going back to your question, whichever studio is tackling the crossover for that particular episode, whichever is the main character of that episode, they'll the one to be tackling the crossover. And I'm gone.
What? George, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Who's constipated? What?
I
No?
get again. Like I did say, don't touch yourself. The podcast.
Come on, man.
I'm just sitting in silence.
I mean,
Dreading
it's pretty tempting
everything.
because you're just lying in bed with nothing but the
sitting-
with a laptop and.
Okay. Anyhow,
Sorry.
Wrong. That's night.
Well, I'm
This
gonna
is
edit that
regular
out.
time.
Make a note of that. So, the animation looks really great, actually. I just don't.
Yeah.
It won't carry. It won't
No.
carry
Yeah, it
through.
won't carry.
and to be completely
Yeah, I mean-
honest, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, near
I
am I.
might. I don't know.
It'll be bum shy. Let's be honest.
Like, I might
Yeah.
watch the first episode, but after that, like, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of trying to find it. Because, like, I don't have cable. Like, I would have to go
Neither do I.
out of my way to watch it, and I'm just not that interested.
We'll have to see, I guess.
Right. So, unless there's anything left to talk about, movie of the week.
Yay!
Actually, let me check. Let's check what else. If there's any other news that we missed.
Actually, I meant that rhetorically because it's like 2 hours.
Oh, okay then.
So don't.
Let's talk
Do
movie of the
that.
week.
All right.
Yay! Finally.
So this is the part of the show where we talk movie
Of the week.
Yeah!
Right, let me do that again. That was
Yay!
shit. All right, so now we've been flapping our mouths for about an hour and 40 minutes ish.
2 hours.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is part of the show, our last little segment, movie of the week, where we talk about a movie that we picked last week, watch it, and then we talk about it. And this week, it's a Halloween theme because we're gonna do that for the next 2 weeks.
A bit.
Yay!
Yeah.
So
Yay!
our movie of the week this week is Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Which Cartoon Network was supposed to air yesterday, but showed some Scooby-Doo bullcrap.
Right. So you just have to go out and buy the DVD, obviously.
Or-
Yeah.
Or go to YouTube.
Or I
Right.
Yeah.
So, in case you don't know, Curse the Were-Rabbit is an Aardman film, famous for, of course, the self-titled Wallace and Gromit series of stop-motion animation with clay. It's about,
Claymation.
yep, that's the ticket, and it's about a bald man called Wallace with a dog called Gromit and their never-ending quest for cheese. Originally. And finally they made a film adaptation of their short adventures, Curse the Were-Rabbit, where they have started a business called Pesto, where they stop these rabbits.
Anti-pesto.
Right. So,
Yes.
so they stop the rabbits from eating grass and that, and vegetables.
Eating vegetables because of their vegetable competition, which ends in 4 days.
Right.
Which is where the
entire
opening
town
is.
for some
Yeah.
reason obsessed with vegetables.
And
Like,
they're
very
simple folk, that's
importantly,
all they have.
do it humanely.
They do it humanely, they don't kill them, just lock them up. So Wallace invents a machine to try and make them not want to eat vegetables. So
Actually,
I assume they
uh,
starve to
uh,
death afterwards.
Actually,
Yeah.
but actually, the original idea was that Gromit wanted to help him get on his diet, and he wanted to do it his way, which was use the mind manipulation omatic, which allows him to take unwanted thoughts from his mind and replace them with new ones, which he hooked up to the bond vac because of the overload of stuff.
George, I was explaining it simply.
That's
Oh.
You wouldn't get all that shit on the back of the DVD. Alright?
Or would you?
So,
No,
no.
you wouldn't.
so Wallace makes a machine that makes rabbits not want vegetables anymore. But it goes wrong, and from this experiment arises the were-rabbit that terrorizes the town.
Dun.
Meanwhile, Wallace has to contend with his new love, Totty, and an evil posh boy, whatever, Quartermain, played
Named
by Ray Fiennes, who plays Voldemort. Ooh.
Wait. Voldemort was in this movie?
Yes. I would like to pay. Oh, well, that's great.
What was that?
Checks.
That was really good. impression.
I would like my hair. Well, all we have
My
is
hair
rabbits.
is in your machine.
Alright, so did 5 words or less, if you liked it or not.
Alright.
Sum up your feelings.
You go first.
I feel so restricted by just 5 words or less, but I'll try and make do.
Me too.
Like someone else go first. I need to think.
Okay.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Really good. Much fun. Yay, I guess.
That's fun.
Really good, much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Smash
What
it.
great parents should be.
What else
Okay.
was I supposed to say?
Okay, my actual thoughts. Better than I remember.
Okay. Carson.
Nice little film.
At least I had made the
I'll go.
attempt 5 words.
Yeah, Coase.
Delightful. That's all I have to say.
Ryoga, if you're still on.
I think he's AFK. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. A hopping good film.
Oh.
Oh! Really, man? Really?
Yeah. Oh, her bunnies are the best.
Oh my god.
There's an old Patrick Stewart joke there.
Anyhow.
Ending was rather cheesy.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh,
Let's
stop
stop
with
with
the
the.
puns.
So, I love this film.
Oh man, it's so
I,
good.
Same here.
I love Wallace and Gromit, and this film is the best adaptation you're going to get from Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, well,
I-
like Wallace and Gromit, I used to watch them like the original shorts all the time, as a kid.
I only
So, like,
watched them
when you
movies as a
when you
kid.
guys said that we were going to do this movie, I rewatched the original shorts and the movie, and all of them are just so good, like so well done.
I
And
was
what
never
surprised me-
exposed to Wallace and Gromit before this movie. Actually, no, that's not true. My friend, as a child, had a Wallace and Gromit video game, so that's where I knew it from. But that was it. So
I only watched like the movies. I never knew they were shorts actually.
I have some of my best memories of my dad for this film because he used to get the cheese and crackers out when we watched the film. We had some really nice cheese and some red wine.
Did you go to the moon?
We did go to the moon as well, yeah.
Lucky.
So
Anyway,
I just have nice memories of Wallace and Gromit. So
Me too.
yeah, see,
this film was just,
well, for me, like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
let's
for
go.
me, like, when I was growing,
Yeah, go ahead.
when I was growing up, like, I watched a lot. I didn't know about Wallace and Gromit. The actual way I found out about Wallace and Gromit was, I'm really ashamed that I found out about them through this. when I was a kid growing up, one of the movies I watched all the time, aside from like some Pixar movies, was Warner Bros. Cats and Dogs, and the previews for the Wallace and Gromit shorts always played before the actual film. I actually found out about the shorts through, I think a DVD I found my grandma got me, and I watched them on a car trip, and I really loved them as a kid. But when I heard and I found out about this, I'm sorry for taking up so much time, by the way.
That's
Whatever.
Anyway, I found out about the movie, and I got really excited through I'm really ashamed of this. Watching the Shark Tale VHS growing up.
Nice.
Yes. I was 6. Just
Buddy.
please.
Okay, we're not
That was around the time I learned about it
overreacting.
anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like,
So yeah, when I
it
first
was an alright movie.
anyway, I found out about it for the first. I was like, oh, cool, they're making a Wallace and Gromit movie. And when I skipped it in theaters, and I watched it as a kid growing up. I watched it when I was around 7 when it came out on DVD, and I was like, it was alright, I guess. I wasn't into it as much as like a lot of people were as growing up. Like for me, I know this may sound like a little babyish, but the movie really creeped me out as a kid.
Ooh.
Like,
That's
I guess.
strange.
Well, to me, the thing with me was that as a kid, I was like really creeped out by like transformation kind of scenes, and like stuff like that just gave me unnerving a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But reason why I said it was better that I remembered, because I haven't rewatched it in like years, and I watched it for the podcast, and I'm just surprised by just how just wonderful and just so much fun this movie really is. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's start with the animation first.
oh,
Yay!
God,
So much
get with
nice
the animation.
So yeah, this is a claymation film which notoriously takes forever to make.
Yeah, the movie took 5 years to make.
But the animation,
Shit, really?
yeah,
Oh, the animation.
is absolutely
this-
fantastic.
I love it.
It's beautiful. I mean, the shots. I love the look of this movie. Also, I like the camera work a little bit. Like, you have to want to like a lot of the shots they do. Like, they have to get the camera in a certain angle and move animation. It's mind blowing at points. Anyway, my favorite scene in my favorite shot in the entire movie is the scene where Wallace goes out through the tunnel to fix the trap, which was the giant lady bunny that bit
Yeah.
Wallace. And like the whole, like, he's just sitting in the car, and then he puts on some radio music, and it's like the slow panning over like the carrot sign, and then like he honks on the horn, and then it cuts back to that sign and goes backwards. You know, like in the background you can see like Gromit is still like honking the horn as the camera is moving along. That's really impressive when you think about it.
Yeah, like, the
Yeah,
amount of
like-
work that goes into that animation is like, holy crap! Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I just-
world
I just heard
that
somebody
they
say he
built
peed.
is
Not-
crazy.
That was my mom.
He peed himself.
Our dog peed.
Oh.
No, like our dog.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, just like the world that they created, like this little neighborhood
Oh, yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean,
Didn't you love like the little puns on the set, like near the start where Wallace is going for the secret book on the bookcase, and all the names are like
Yeah.
Fromage to Eternity.
yes.
Yeah, that was
Swiss
pretty
Robinson,
funny.
Swiss Robinson Crusoe.
Swiss
wasn't it?
cheese family Robinson.
yeah. Oh. It's just like little touches like that. It's really a labour of love. Like they really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't make this film to make money. They made it because they wanted to make a really good Wallace and Gromit film.
Jack,
Yeah.
did you watch the British version or the American version?
What's the difference?
There's this.
They say melon instead of marrow.
I'm pretty sure with the one I watched, they called it a marrow.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I just found
Melon.
that interesting. I looked
I
it
didn't
up.
know they had
on
two different
Wikipedia.
versions.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
Oh,
they made
it's-
two different versions, and that's like basically the only thing they changed.
That's gee. What do you guys not know what a marrow is?
No,
No.
I don't.
What?
But if they would have said it in the movie, I probably would have caught on. Like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like.
It-
and they do say it later on. They're like, "Oh yeah, protect the marrows," and I was like, "Okay, so they're vegetables, obviously."
It seems like in like every new Wallace and Gromit like adventure, like they always have like a new job or something. Like
Yeah.
Have you guys
yeah.
seen the
really-
one where they work at the bakery? Have you seen that short?
Yes.
Oh yeah. A matter
Yeah.
of love of death.
No,
Yeah,
never.
like that
That's
one was.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's so good.
yeah.
And yeah, like they always have like a
Anything
new
more
job.
fun.
Like first it's like window washing,
Yeah.
and then
Oh yeah.
They're
it was,
working at the bread
window
place.
washing.
Oh yeah.
then
the bird
In a close, not close shave. The wrong trousers.
oh, I love that one.
They're
So
just
good.
they're just sort of like landlords. They just rent out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the penguin with the gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That scared
I
the shit out of
love-
me.
Love that penguin.
I'm surprised what they like some of the violence, like in Matter of Loaf and Death. It was kind of violent
Oh, yeah.
and dark.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like-
I mean,
That's the one short out of all of them that I didn't watch when I was a kid, because it was released in 2008, and the other ones were released in like I forget what year, but way earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the movie, like, what do you guys think are better, like the movie or the original shorts?
I can't answer that because they do two different things.
same here. Yeah, because when you look at them, for me, if I had to put up like a list of like favorite stop motion thing, the way it fit up, I would just put Wallace and Gromit because I can't decide because
Yeah,
all of the shorts in the movie, just there's no real better one when you really think about it.
yeah, I
Um,
agree.
Yeah.
You know,
Carson?
you know what I really like at some of the, like a few different times, like when I was watching Gromit, like on
Yeah.
his body, you could see like depressions appear and then disappear
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
in
Oh, yeah.
his body, and I
Just
just
so,
thought
like,
that was
campy.
like, yeah, like I don't know, it was just charming, like to see
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of the human
got-
element in it.
I'm a sucker
Yeah.
for people like
Watch,
changing forms. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, I want to talk
I'm a
about that real
sucker.
quick. Like,
Which is kind of why I like the shell as well. But
I
that'd
gotta
be
say,
gross.
I'm a big fan. I feel like this is one thing that I'm going to be like really. This is a weird thing to geek about, but I really, really love the design of the were-rabbit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Me too.
I agree.
And then the Wallace, the
Yeah.
new Wallace.
Oh yeah.
That
I
was
didn't
I
like
hilarious.
really
the Wallace bunny.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like the way they handle like the what I think was. Sorry.
But yeah, like the transformation scene, and
Oh,
then
anyway, what I was trying to say was like
Yeah.
the whole movie, like what I like about it, what I think is my favorite aspect of it, aside from another thing I'm gonna bring up, is the way like when it wants to be like a horror movie, it looks like a horror movie. Like the whole transformation scene with him and turning into a werewolf, it's handled like something out of like an American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's played up comedically. Like they're not trying to like be trying to scare you. It's like all he's doing is just turning into a giant rabbit, basically.
yes, like he just got super fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky.
The
And if
design,
you wanna
I
s-
liked. Sorry, the design. It was slightly intimidating, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
exactly.
really cuddly at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the
And, like
fabric
it would
too,
have
like-
been really easy to make him look gross, like
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
But they did a really good job of making him look like fuzzy yet
Yeah, I think that's
imposing.
because they actually use like real fabrics. Like there are points where you can see like it is fabric, and the fabric they chose was a very nice color pattern for it. Like,
Yeah.
Curtis, you're saying, mate.
Like if you really want to see like the handmade, like kind of quality in Wallace and Gromit, watch like the first one, like A Grand Day Out, where they go to.
Oh yeah.
That one's like the most because it was their earliest one, so you see like a lot of the finger like indents on like the clay.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. And like the way they
And, like-
walk is a bit more like jittery in the original.
Yeah.
Another thing I like about like Wallace and Gromit is that like in a lot of the stop motion movies you see, like the puppets are made in such a way that like they just like they're very human and that like they
Yeah.
their elbows move and like
Yeah.
their shoulders move.
Yeah.
But like in Wallace and Gromit, they're a lot more fluid and like
Yeah.
chunky,
Yeah.
and I like this stylized
I cannot.
look of them.
Yeah, I cannot believe I'm going to be saying this, but I cannot believe this is something I'm going to be quoting. I am going to be quoting an IGN review saying he put it best. It's more like clay Muppets, basically, the design of them.
Yeah. That's good, actually.
What?
That's good.
man, I never thought I'd be quoting IGN on something.
I agree with that though.
Yeah, it's a good statement because when you look at them, it's a lot like it.
Yeah, because like you see like Nightmare Before Christmas and like Coraline and stuff.
Yeah.
And the puppets are made very like anatomically correct in a way.
Because like with Coraline, they actually there's a behind the scenes for Paranormal. They show you like how they built like the figurines and stuff.
Yeah, like they have skeletons.
Yeah, they have a skeleton area. With Wallace and Gromit and a lot of Armin's work, it's like it's claymation. There's a difference between stop motion and claymation.
Yeah.
Claymation is when you like literally take pieces of clay and fold them and mold them into stuff like this. Whereas stop motion, you already have like you're just moving items in a way that gives off the illusion of movement.
Shall we get into the voice acting?
Oh yeah, the voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the cast isn't amazingly famous, but this is what Wallace and Gromit's like known for as well. Is they'll pick voice actors or actors not because they're famous, like Shrek 3, like Justin Timberlake. Like he was literally in that film. It's not bad or anything. It's literally he's just there for a big name, right?
Yeah.
So this film,
it has Helm about him.
Peter Sallis plays Wallace. I mean, he's not really a big actor. He just does. Wallace is like his biggest role.
Dude.
Yeah.
he left because of his health and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this movie it was him.
Yeah, in this movie it was him.
I know.
Ray Fiennes, who plays Voldemort, in this
Victor Quartermain, actually.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say he plays Victor Quartermain in this film as the antagonist. Helen Bonham Carter is Lady Toshington.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was weird finding out originally when I watched the featurette thing that was shown on the VHS again. I was like, oh my god, Helen Bonham Carter was in this? How did I miss that?
I mean, her voice fits very well in that type of role.
Yeah,
she's great. Peter Kay is the constable. I think that's really funny.
Oh yeah,
he's a British comedian. If you don't know who he is.
I don't. Okay.
And Nicholas Smith. I don't know who he is either.
Well, that's the one thing about like watching Wallace and Gromit. I feel like I kind of missed out on some of it because I'm not British.
Me too. No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not a part of the culture. Like,
who is this guy?
Some of the stuff might have gone over my head.
What?
Sorry, that's Peter Kay. So I thought you might recognise him.
Oh no.
I'll look him up on
His voice sounded familiar.
I have no clue.
Oh well.
He was only in it for like a second though.
Yeah.
Didn't you think the dog for
right?
Victor Quartermain's dog was really funny?
Oh yeah, he was hysterical.
Like he was such a dick, but it was really funny.
Exactly.
Like the Red Baron stuff.
Oh yeah, that was really impressive, especially considering like it's stop motion. It's still stop motion. Like I don't know, this movie just blows my mind most of the time in terms of that kind of stuff.
Definitely. And yeah, like you said, there's a lot of good like cinematography in it.
Oh yeah, that's why I really
just some of the camera work.
Yeah. Though I want to bring up something. I want to say this.
Go ahead, mate.
I fucking love Victor Quartermain. I don't know why, but I just he's such a hateable bad guy, but in the good kind of way. Like all he is just basically a dick, but he's a good kind of dick.
You love to hate him.
Yeah, exactly. I especially love his introduction as well because he's like, during the climax, his role in the climax when he's just trying to, he's got like the cotton candy, candy floss on his for his toupee, and he's off to kill off all. He's just, it looks so stupid because. Anyway,
that actually brings me to a really good point that I noticed that this film does. It seems when there's like an emotional bit, or a really serious bit, it'll sort of soften the blow with a joke.
Yeah.
Let's try and think of an example. It's a good one.
Oh, maybe after the first transformation scene and during the music when it cuts up, like the music goes up and then Victor looks at Gromit as he's like getting a sinister smile and and he just drives off and he just flips over and just lands in the mud again.
Right. Or another one. This is what I was thinking of. So you know when Wallace finds out that he's the were-rabbit, right?
Yeah.
And like they're in like the workbench or whatever.
Yeah.
And Wallace is trying to fix it, all the pieces. And it's
Yeah.
actually really sad that he doesn't remember how to fix it. I actually shed a tear when I first watched it. It was really sad. But like they made it have a joke where like he blows his nose with his ears.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was really funny.
And like the way
I don't want to be a giant rabbit.
yeah,
Just wouldn't that be kind of disgusting when you think about it? Like got mucus all over his ears now.
yeah.
That doesn't really help your situation, man.
I just can't think of too many other films where that happens.
I don't know if that's good though.
Yeah, but
Or what do you
it's.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it just at points it can cheapen like the drama.
Well, it doesn't. The thing though is also that it doesn't. It's not like the joke like completely changes the tone. It's like a more like a subtle little quip every now and then. But for the most part, when it goes serious, it does go serious for a while. But it doesn't go like full on like Dark Knight level of serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else should we talk about?
Oh, the music.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the music is good.
Hans
Oh, yeah.
Zimmer.
Yeah.
This is easily my favorite aspect of the movie. I forgot just how goddamn amazing this music is. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm unplugging my headphones right now. I'm gonna show you. Listen, was one of the things I think makes this movie really interesting as well. Is like how like subtle bits of music when like during this Victor Quartermain scene where he gets sucked down into the bun vac. This was the music. If you paid attention to the music, this was the music that played. I think it got set up. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I like it.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's what I think makes like that small little bits like that. It just really makes the soundtrack really stand out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Wallace and Gromit theme song. Like, dun, 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 dun.
Everybody likes that.
Well, no, that one.
So
It
catchy.
is the greatest. It is the greatest theme ever.
Yeah.
No question. You just pop it in, you're automatically
Now I
happy.
just want to listen to it a lot now.
Yeah, like Wallace and
Thank
Gromit, it
you.
just makes me happy, honestly. Like
Exactly.
watching it, like, I don't know, like. But one thing that I did not really get in the movie, in the ending,
Oh yeah.
we're allowed to talk about spoilers, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
like, with how did they stop the curse?
Right.
Like, did Cheese revive him or something? Like,
I
oh,
was thinking that.
yeah, like when it ended, I'm like, this is
yeah.
such a good movie. But wait, there's one thing that, how did they stop the curse? How is it a happy ending? Like, does he still have the curse? Just oh well, all
That's
this turns
exactly
into-
what I was thinking. Like, to me, it felt like the writers got to the end of the movie and they're like, awesome. Now, how do we end it? And
That's
they're
the only thing that kind of just stopped me from giving it like a 10 out of 10. Like, how did?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Well, if you noticed, when he was KO'd, like
Oh, yeah,
the little
like-
wave things disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I assume
Mhm.
that's like the force of the fall, like dissipated the energy.
But
I mean,
why?
I sound like I'm
That
trying
makes
to
no sense.
I sound like I'm trying to explain a Doctor Who plot hole here.
Yeah, like it's pretty sloppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they wave Cheese in front of his nose and like I guess that regains his senses or something. Like
Yeah. And then like there's still the Wallace rabbit.
Yeah.
I love that rabbit.
yeah, that right.
It's
No,
all
I.
it's all like a deranged version of Wallace.
Yeah.
I just it
No,
annoyed
this
me.
This is my
It's so
only
funny.
real. This is my only real complaint about like the whole movie. Like, I'm just gonna say this is easily my favorite movie of the week that we've done so far. This is my only complaint is this. How does that work?
What work?
Like, I get that the idea is that they explain like its whole like they increase the bunny nature. Like they explain with Pudge and why he's possibly the Beast is that the lunar panels helps increases his nature and it transforms him. Yeah, I get that, but how does that work with Hutch? Like I guess it makes sense with Wallace, but how does that make sense with him?
Well,
They
like,
swap, like,
yeah, traded.
yeah, they kind of trade.
And like,
Huh.
because I mean, the thing is like they call it the were-rabbit, but like
Yeah.
really it's not.
Yeah, kind
Because
of.
like kind of what happens is like he transforms, then he goes back, and then he transforms again for longer.
It's a full moon kind of area.
But like I think it's more just like the transformation took a long time.
Yeah,
Because
kind of.
like same with Hutch, he like turned into Wallace for like a night, turned back, and then
Yeah.
turned into Wallace like completely.
Okay,
like,
that makes perfect sense now.
Wait,
Yeah.
so does anyone have any conclusion on how they like stopped the curse, or we just gonna
No.
assume that?
I think it might be because
I think
technically he was killed.
yeah. I think maybe it killed the were.
But then how did so what? The cheese just like revived him. So now
Well,
when
I think he
say
made
I
him
love
not-
cheese, I like cheese. So say I die, someone can just get like some cheese, put it under my nose, then oh, I'm alive.
He was knocked
Thanks.
out.
I think it would have been better if like the curse had just kind of worn off and like Wallace went back to being Wallace and Hutch went back to being Hutch.
Yeah. When the credits were on the movie, I'm just like racking my brain. Like, how can I like? Is this like a plot hole or like how? I don't know. It was weird.
I'll tell you what it
I'm
is.
just lazy in the end. Kind of. Other than that, I think the movie was amazing.
I think it's because two reasons. One was because the film, like, the dialogue has to be relatively simple. Like,
Yeah.
they can't do a lot of talking and exposition because that takes time for them to animate the lips.
Yeah.
I know,
And that
but
takes a lot of time, right? That's the first reason. The second reason, I think, the tone of the movie is quite light-hearted. So
Yeah.
the idea is they just sort of use, just sort of ideas like, you know, when he falls down and gets knocked out, it dissipates the were-rabbit stuff. I mean, that's not an idea unique to Cursed Were-Rabbit. Like, it's sort of it's like a trope, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess you get like hit in the head and you get your memories back.
I mean, like, yeah. So when you
Yeah,
first
that's
watch,
the only conclusion I have. He falls and like.
right?
I don't-
Maybe it's the were-rabbit died and that revived him and he was
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
knocked out.
I mean, if you think about it as a surface level, like, so he falls down and he turns back to normal. Like, on a surface level, you kind of accept that. But when you start thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense. But they're just playing with the light-hearted element of just
Yeah.
surface level of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, like as a kid, I never really questioned it, but like
Right.
Yeah.
now, like he just fell and then came back to life, and I was like,
Technically,
what?
he carried like a miniature plane, crashed into a tent, possibly landed on a table, which the plane was already spinning. The propeller was already spinning, so it might have damaged his chest area. Yeah, the werewolf was dead.
Oh, and I
But,
like
like,
the plane.
But
sequence,
Quartermain
too.
did the same thing, and he was alive, right?
Well, technically, he got knocked out and then just came downstairs from the tower, I think.
Yeah. Also, I was wrong about
okay.
Hans Zimmer doing the music. It was Julian Knott. I don't know why I said Hans Zimmer.
Yeah,
it
Hans
was-
Zimmer
it was-
produced.
Oh yeah. She
Oh.
is. She also
Which I don't-
Produced
he
the
or she.
music.
Yeah, that's what it
produced the
said.
music.
Hans Zimmer is a Blake, by the way.
You know, Hans Zimmer produced the music, so I think that means like, I don't know, he like helped mix it and stuff.
Yeah,
Huh.
but Julian Knott has done all the music.
Oh yeah.
So I'm confused about that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Mm.
I don't know, cause like on the credits it said like music, like produced.
It said music.
right?
I can watch the credits right now, very quick. I mean, I have it available on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird. Cause like I was listening to it and I was like, that doesn't really sound like Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And like not just like the Inception like
yeah.
thing.
Like,
Like yeah, like he does have like his own style. You
Yeah.
know? But anyhow,
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna have to sign off very soon. So
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up pretty quickly. Anyhow.
yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Any other thoughts?
Wait, one more thing. I think Wallace in the shorts and in this movie now, he's kind of getting like too many love interests. Like in a
close
Close Shave, he got one, like a love interest, and then in the movie he did, and then in A Matter of Loaf and Death he did. Like, I don't know, it was just kind of repeating.
I feel
a
like
lot
it's kind of like an Indiana Jones thing, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
on to
Kinda.
the next one.
Yeah, seeing
Yeah, I guess.
Wallace as Indiana Jones would be amazingly hilarious.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that would be great.
I would pay so much money to see that. And by so much money, I mean the spare change that I have around my house.
Oh, and also, do you know the developer Telltale Games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They actually made a Wallace and Gromit game, but apparently because of some like the contract they had with Aardman Animations or whatever it's called, they had to take the game down from Steam and other digital distribution platforms. So the game is just lost now. Like, you can't play it and you can't buy it. I think you just have to like go on eBay and find it on disc. Like,
There's
I wonder if
actually,
that's the one
crazy.
my friend played.
There's actually walkthroughs of it online that you can watch. I watched.
yeah, but it sucks. Like, you can't play it anymore. I think they just
Yeah,
took
what's
the game down
happening? What?
this year.
Wow. That's
So,
funny.
we're just gonna wrap it up. So,
All right.
Okay.
any final thoughts, Sylvia, on the movie?
It was good. It was nice to see it again after I don't know how many years of not seeing it.
Same here.
So the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a good movie.
I mean, I'd say very charming, very well
Yeah.
made. Just has some very minor plot grievances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think that comes from it being more targeted towards like a younger audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they've been
I saw
like
some
high.
innuendos in this one though, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
with the
when Wallace was
Tottingham
naked,
and the melons or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Wallace was naked, he had the may contain nuts on the box.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
box,
That's
right.
funny.
Oh, that's
That
funny.
was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, just little
charming.
cheese thing. If you ever get offered Stilton and cranberry cheese, don't have it. It's fucking horrible.
Gromit likes it in Wallace.
They wouldn't like it. Not even Wensleydale. No. Oh yeah, Wensleydale and cranberry's really disgusting as well. And Stinking Bishop, apparently, it's not actually that flavourful, which is really
Maybe that's what.
smelly.
Ah.
I'm not really a cheese kind of.
Oh, I'm a massive cheese
I love
person. I
cheese,
know
so
loads about cheese.
Eesh.
Yeah.
I like hot cheese. That's about it. But it's like
Kraft
microwave.
singles. That's my stuff.
What about dick
Oh.
cheese?
What?
Dick cheese.
That's
Ah.
Dip.
Dick cheese.
Oh lord.
That reminds me. You ever listen to Richard Cheese?
No, it's Richard Cheese.
Yeah, he's a singer.
And
He takes like pop songs and makes them into lounge music. That's
I think I
great.
do know that, actually.
It's amazing. Anyhow,
Richard Cheese. Dick cheese.
Richard Cheese and Lounge Against the Machine.
This conversation got. This
Yeah.
conversation got really.
don't-
cheesy.
Oh.
That
Come on.
actually that reminds me. There were quite a few like puns throughout the movie, which I liked.
yeah.
I love puns. Like good
Yeah.
puns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good puns, not like the forceful kind of puns. Like I
Um,
like self-aware puns is the thing.
Yeah.
okay, so what did you think of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 then?
I haven't seen it.
No?
I loved
It
it.
looks really good though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen all of it. I watched like half of it, but it's just so many puns and I love it.
Like, I saw
You're
one of the trailers, like, there's a leak in the boat.
Yeah.
Ah!
And like the animation, they just do so many cool things with it. I don't know. I just
Oh, yeah.
don't understand how people don't like it.
Yeah. I think it's because, yeah, it does have a lot of similarities to the first one, but you know what? It's its own thing. Just
Mhm.
enjoy it for what it is.
But anyhow, Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Yeah.
So good.
Right.
Final
well,
thoughts, maybe? Go around.
I already said so. Just
We already kind of said, we all agree that it's
Yeah.
Like,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Good.
I like the
Good stuff.
shorts a bit better, but they're
Yeah.
all like phenomenal. So
Oh yeah.
I can't complain.
So what should
Check
next?
this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next week we will be watching Monster House. So stay tuned. Well, not really tuned because you don't tune on the internet.
Oh, but tis.
Cheese, Gromit.
We forgot the cheese.
Crackers, Gromit. We forgot
Oh
the
yeah,
crackers.
that's sorry,
Oh yeah, I was like, crackers, Gromit. We forgot the crackers. They put up the dramatic music. Dun dun.
dun dun dun. We go to get the crackers. It's so awesome.
That's so fucking funny.
Crackers.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we wrap up?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, Jack, do the honors.
Right. Alright, so this has been the Master Toons podcast. I've been your host, Hayden. And this has been a bunch of people.
Hey,
Bye.
I'm Curtis.
I'm George.
Sylvia here.
Also, Carson.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, George.
These are just horrible. They make me sad.
Bye.
These endings.
I hope it never ends, George. Never ending story. Alright, fuck off.